38?
Yeah. Oh my god, my son is 12 and he has a mustache and I don't know what to do about it.
Anyway, that's a great start
Let it
for the
be.
viewers. Hello, guys, gals, non-binary pals. It's me, your host with the most, Dr.JWolfenstein here, and welcome back. I know this is not our usually scheduled program, because we have news. We are now going to a weekly session. Hooray!
Yeah, boy.
So you're gonna get twice as much Seas of Vodari content in a month as you normally do. Also, we're 3 episodes away from our big 50th episode. Huzzah, bitches!
Holy fuck.
50, 50, 50.
Indeed, it's a good time. And also, in other good news, I would like to thank Tola04, Sleeping 762, and Elid Sage for following me on Twitch and helping me get to that magical, beautiful round number of 100. That's right, baby. 100 followers on Twitch, which is fan-friggin-tastic. Thank you all so very much. It has been a great journey, and honestly, I am blown away by it. And my technology is trying to fight me. Sometimes technology, I don't get along. Just sometimes.
Sometimes I get a good feeling.
No, I probably just need more RAM. I've only
Just
got
go
30.
download it.
I've only got 32 gigs right now. I need 64.
I just go download some RAM.
But you don't need more RAM. Last time any of us had RAM in this session, like 95% of our party got drunk on one shot.
Well, you know.
I can't get drunk, and I fucking hate it. But
That's
I can
true.
win every drinking contest.
By the way, Eon Colfer, you write amazing work and keep it up. But in other news, so tomorrow I will be doing a special stream. I will be going for as many freaking hours as I possibly can.
Bro, what?
Yes.
Are you nuts?
And bolts.
Oh boy.
Wait.
Wait, what?
You're supposed to game with me tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna game in the noons. And I have a solo session of Vampire the Masquerade to run from noon to 3. So, this gaming will be from 6 p.m. until I pass Le Fouque out.
Okay.
Jesus. Act like I'm not gonna keep to my schedule.
I was like, wait, I didn't agree to stream this time.
Well, no, I can't stream WoW. I do not have the fucking bandwidth or the internet capacity to do so.
Okay,
So.
cool.
Well, who wants to stream World of Warcraft?
I do, you fuck. Because
I mean,
for
I'm
the
funny
first
as
time,
shit. My character gets stuck everywhere.
because for the first time in a long time, WoW is finally starting to feel like WoW again. But then again, they're also, not focusing on, team content anymore. They're focusing on solo content, which is good, because a lot of people play solo nowadays and don't have the time to do big fucking raids with big groups of people like they used to. So
Looks to Leroy Jenkins, the ultimate man.
my dad was on the same server as that guy in his guild. I
His
remember
legacy is
that.
still on. I love how you attempted to do it,
And your
but
mic cut out.
And your mic just
your
like,
mic cut out so bad.
But the plan for tomorrow is that tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time or Standard Time. I honestly forget which one we're in right now. But tomorrow at 6 p.m. until I pass the fuck out, I will be playing Space Marine 2, bitches! For the Emperor, baby! We are going to have all kinds of fun. We are going to kill Tyrannid and the Xenos, Filth, and the Heretics, and we're going to burn them in holy fire! It's going to be a good time.
Wonderful.
Warhammer 40k, baby. Although, yes, we're playing as the Blue Boys and the Smurfs. I can't do anything about that. Yes, I would prefer to play Space Wolves, but again, we do what we must.
If you get the opportunity to name your ship, you know what you got to name it, though.
I already did that in the Rogue Trader game, and I already have the video evidence to prove that on my YouTube channel. So, anyway. So, yes, that is what I will be doing tomorrow from 6 p.m. until basically I pass the fuck out. Is playing Space Marine 2. Maybe I'll play some other things if, my guests in the chat and in stream want me to stream other things. I'll be sure to let you know. But I will be going for the longest stream of my entire Twitch and streaming career, which is a few years at this point, if I remember correctly. Because I started all the way back with Tyranny of Dragons in that campaign. God, do you remember those days, David? I barely knew what the fuck I was doing. And I have gotten 2 inches of progress.
We muddled through it.
Yeah. It's good times.
It was. I really liked that whole campaign, all those characters. It was a blast.
Yeah, it was great. Let's see. I'm actually curious now. Oh god, it was 4 years ago.
Good lord.
Oh god, it's been 4 years already? Holy crap. Yeah, 4 years. When my first Tyranny of Dragons game went live.
And people are still wearing masks wrong by themselves inside their cars.
Yep. You know. It's okay. Some people just put the mask on and never took it off, and I went, good. Some of you are ugly anyway.
I actually think, don't hate on me for this, but I do think some girls look really cute with masks on.
Well, yeah. But, most of them are also VTubers, and so they looked cute anyway. But they have to keep the anonymity. Like, Bao was recently at TwitchCon wearing a mask all the time, and because she's adorable.
I don't have a problem with how people look with the mask on. I have a problem with them sitting in their cars by themselves with the mask on.
What mask? Like the
COVID masks,
like
the surgical ones?
You mean a medical mask?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is it called a COVID mask?
Because medical masks are worn correctly to protect you from other diseases. These people have them down below their nose.
Oh.
And are in a car by themselves.
Inside their face, so they're just rebreathing in their bacteria, and they're by themselves.
I've done that before during the pandemic where I had the mask over my face while I was in my car. That's because I was picking up my sibling who was completely immune compromised.
But that's not a by yourself situation. You're going to pick up somebody and you're trying to prevent your germs from spreading around the car. These people are completely by themselves driving down the freeway long distances, and you're just like, why? Why?
I mean, I also do it so I can get used to wearing it too.
That's fair.
But at any rate, so I will be doing a long epic stream playing through Space Marine 2. And of course, I'll be joined by friends and family and loved ones along the way. I'm sure they'll pop in, say hi, and kind of watch for a bit, I'm sure. I don't honestly know anyone who has a copy of Space Marines 2. Otherwise, I would totally play with them.
One day.
It's fine. I'm not even here.
Oh, I didn't know you had a copy.
Whatever. It's fine.
David, you have never told me that you bought a copy of Space Marine 2.
No, it's whatever. It's fine.
I'll kill you, David.
It's not like you can look and
Hey,
see
Blaze.
who on your friends list has
What's your Neopets account again?
Why?
Oh, I found it. Never mind.
Also, by the by, Neopets' TTRPG is coming along, and they're doing a whole brand new system, and it's gonna be
like really
it's gonna
cool.
be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Like I'm really excited for it. Like I'm really excited to see a thing that like I grew up with like revamped
Yep.
in its own way.
Well, David, you can join me and we can play Space Marines.
Maybe.
But yeah,
I might be asleep by then.
Well, yeah.
Long
but...
story short, my tablet or my computer for school won't let me log into my normal Neopets account, but I can play it with my normal one on my phone and tablet. So, in order for me to continue playing Neopets at school, because I want to fucking play at school while I'm bored,
must be doing schoolwork at school.
I do. What else am I supposed to do when I don't have anything else to do and I want to do a thing called relax?
Homework.
Read a book.
I was gonna say art.
I mean, yeah, drawing seems to be therapeutic for everybody else in the world.
I mean,
you know how many art projects I have done?
Please don't kill me.
Not enough.
Like, I've been up since 2 a.m. having to work on art projects. Like, I don't want. So maybe I just don't want to draw. Maybe I just want to have self-care and shut my brain off.
You know what is amazing?
And play dumbass Mirka Chase 2 on my computer.
You know what is an amazing self-care? Is you take acrylic paint and you just kind of smear it on your body and then you run against canvas.
Wait, what?
It's a lot of fun. It's
That
a
sounds
lot
pretty
of
cool.
fun.
Anyway,
Sure it is.
moving right along.
Was an image
But-
that we didn't need.
I'm also trying to convince Vex to get a Neopets account so that I can get the refer a friend stamp.
Nice.
But yeah, basically, I have a second Neopets account on my computer, so I can just play cute games, and I have a little Norbu, and his name is Wirt.
Nice. I'm going
He's a
to
little blue guy.
remind the three of you that the ADD is strong in the room.
Oh yeah, always.
Surprisingly, I never got a diagnosis. They did many tests. It was just autism.
You know.
It was just
But-
autism, baby.
At any rate. So, as usual, let us go over a recap. So, when last we left off, our brave heroes have been in the process of planning to defeat a man, specifically a dwarven man, because he is evil, and you must defeat evil. So long as you don't have to, do it alone. Because if you do it alone, sometimes people frown at you and go, that's just murder. And then it's like, well, how am I supposed to know? But again,
Speaking from experience there, Brent.
you have no proof, there is no evidence, shut up.
Apple bottom jeans.
Boots with the fur.
Like I said. But anyway. So,
I wasn't expecting you to respond.
why? I don't know how you wouldn't at this point, but anyway. So, as our crew of the Vessi's Mercy, still a name I shake my head at, but do you, chickaboos?
It's not the worst name you've had to deal with.
No, but that's not exactly, a competition I'm glad I have to be a part of and have to have. So, is what that is. But anyway, so last session, a few of you were able to start the planning stages and we're starting to set a few trappes. The trappes were set, and you're pretty sure, on a scale of like 1 to 10, you're like a 4, that you did this right. You set traps on everybody else's chairs, and maybe the one Graf will be sitting at, or maybe he won't be sitting at. You honestly don't know. But you're pretty sure that you have most of the chairs in this room trapped. And then, of course, you also have spent the time to make sure that you guys are prepared yourselves personally in case some bad stuff happens. The only two people who were not here on that particular event last week would be Master Eve and Mistress Roan. So the question to the two of you is there any plans that I need for to be knowing?
I don't know, man.
So, what is our escape plan?
Well, we're at the top of a tower.
I remember we're at the top of the tower. I was thinking of maybe looking for potions of Featherfall for us to drink.
I have Featherfield. I can cast that whenever.
Well, not for you, I guess.
I have Featherfield. It is an area AoE thing.
I thought we were trying to let him fall, so it's raining manly parts.
Oh, for us.
Okay,
So we jumped out.
But if it's a whole field, wouldn't he be in the field also?
I'm gonna have to click that spell. God damn it.
Do you want a potion of Featherfall or not?
Yes.
Okay.
You have a potion of Featherfall?
No.
We're gonna look for them.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to the store and make purchases. Like a big child. Like a big kid.
'Cause I'm a big kid now.
Hell yeah, I am, baby.
With the hood at.
That is exactly the freaking audio I had in my head.
I'm white. I'm white, so I can't say the rest of the lyrics.
I mean, you know.
Okay, so we're gonna find potions of Featherfall, and I just feel like this is really putting the other council members at risk.
Well, the only thing that will ever happen to them if they manage to say this guy's full name is they'll go to sleep.
What if we found a way to, like, get a hat of disguise or something and look like him, and one of us takes his place, and the other ones capture him in, like, the hallway or something? That way the other councilman members aren't at risk. 'Cause I really feel like blowing up the entire council in their chamber would end us up in prison for, like, life. Or on the executioner's block.
Well, the whole point of this is as soon as he goes to sleep, everyone else can leave.
But what if they try to wake him?
I'm sure Pip will come up with a reasonable excuse.
Why me?
Lord.
Because they trust you and not the strangers that are actively trying to kill one of their own.
That's fair.
Oh, Lord.
Still, I mean... it's not that it couldn't work, and it's not that it won't work, but, you know, if it makes you feel any better, the two other members who are going to be here have their own ways of protecting themselves. Don't think that they're vulnerable just because, you know, they're not adventurers.
Oh, no. I have no issues with that. This is more for, you know, his detainment.
I was talking to her, and points to Roan.
Oh, no, I don't trust adventurers to protect themselves either.
Ah, well.
Roan, you are an adventurer.
I am Selkie.
I have no argument here.
I love the distinction.
You know you tried, and that's what matters. But sometimes your best looks like my worst, so like...
Wow, so rude.
I'm so bad I'm the good boy, and the good boy wants to commit war crimes.
I mean, what else is a good boy gonna do?
Discover what the insides of a dwarf look like from the sky?
Sure!
It's raining men! Hallelujah!
Ugh.
Pip, you did mention that all of the council members have a way of casting Featherfall on themselves, yes?
I did.
Right. So if we find that, take it off of him after he goes to sleep, then chuck him out the window. Without the bombs, he'll die, right?
Well, yes. That's kind of how throwing someone out of a building works.
Well, let's just do that. No bombs, no explosions, no raining body parts.
Well, I mean, it'll still be raining body parts. It'll just be like one solid clump instead of a downpour.
Well, let's just hope that no wayward child ends up underneath the dwarf as he falls to his death.
I mean, that's pretty high in the unlikely events category. Frankly, not a lot of children roam the streets and roam this close to the,
But what if
spire.
it falls through the roof? Because that, like... Oh, dear.
Well, then let us hope that they fall through the roof of a cannibalistic family and they get a free meal.
She
What
points.
the actual fuck?
She points at Grimir and she's like, "Let's not give him more delusions about horrible things that do not happen here."
They're not delusions.
Grimir, I'm so sorry.
I don't think I have any delusions. Do I?
Grimir, you made 5 granadas. If we don't end up using them, when we have to go into battle on the high seas, we can load them into cannons.
No, that's a terrible idea. You'd actually, I mean, depending on the make and model of the cannon and
Big
diameter of
behind
the thickness
striker.
of the cannon shafts, you'll just completely shatter the cannon by firing something. I mean, it's a really weak projectile. You wouldn't want to shoot something like that. Cannonballs are completely solid lead balls. But granados are a really thin layer of iron, really thin. So they'll collapse when you shoot them, or just explode in the.
We'll find a situation where they become viable, but Rowan does not want to.
Yeah, you can throw them when you're doing like a boarding party. You can throw them at the other boat.
I just feel like it might be seen as obscene.
There's no way around this, Rowan. What we're about to do is considered a war crime.
Wait, I don't understand. What's the plan with the granados?
Raining
I mean, I
dicks.
made them.
They're to be used just in case emergency.
Whose penises? There's
Well-
plural. There's plural peni involved.
There's no guarantee that we're not going to blow up other people besides him.
Wait, how are we blowing him up though?
If he wakes up before we manage to toss him out the window, we're going to have to use those things.
Okay. Well,
Everyone happy?
I mean, I don't know if you've seen one of these before, but they're really not very big, and they explode quite small. So, though they're quite dangerous. It's unlikely that we'll really catch anybody in the crossfire.
He wants to put all 5 on him at once.
I mean, I don't know how you'd feasibly do that, but
Come up with that.
in theory, the radius won't increase much. It'll just be the destructive force. Wait, what are we? How? What?
I was gonna say, am I the only one who caught that fucking line? Or, like, because as part of me wishes I didn't catch it.
I thought the whole idea of him waking up was that he was getting away. How do we shove the Grenados in his ass if he's running away?
Hold him down.
But then we could just kill him. If we have the opportunity to shove 5 Grenados in his ass, I think we have ample opportunity to just kill him a normal way.
Well, all of these are fair points.
Hey, your idea sounds great. It sounds great, and he would be really super dead if we did that. It just seems like a lot of added effort.
It also
I want to
seems
know what a human pirate looks like.
gay.
You seem a bit fixated on his butt, I have to say. No judgment. You fixate on whoever's butt you'd like, but
I'm about to stunt you out the window. Shut up.
Okay, got it. Yep.
Multiple people
Roger.
are telling you it sounds kind of gay.
Reeve, you know this by now. Snake boy, not straight.
I don't care if you're
Just-
gay,
Just,
but the plan of action is just really gay.
can you just kill him normally?
Yes, we absolutely can. But we're throwing him out the window to be sure.
Okay. That's fine, I guess.
Are we opening the window, or are we just like breaking the window in the
Oh, these
process?
windows
Because-
can't be opened. You'd have to throw him through it.
Grimir goes to one of the windows and gently knocks on it.
Knock, knock.
What can I tell what kind of material it's made out of?
Glass.
With
Is it
my
leaded
keen
glass?
mind.
Because leaded glass is hard as fuck to break.
Go ahead and roll. What are your tools that you have on you?
Smith tools.
Yeah, I'll let you roll a Smith's tools check, querying intelligence.
How do I? Okay.
So if you click on Smith's tools, it'll bring a pop-up and then ask you what stat. And my poor stream.
It was never monetized, buddy. It was never gonna happen.
I mean, fair point. I am barely Twitch TOS compliant.
I was gonna say, worry about that when you reach 1,000 followers.
Wow, you so rude.
I'm not wrong though.
He's got a point.
You know what? To hell with the both of you.
I think he can worry about
love
whatever he
you.
wants.
At least you'll have company.
Plan for success, Brent. Worry about whatever you want to worry about.
Yeah, I'll do just.
Damn right.
It's better than yours, damn right. No. But
Okay, so I actually had a conversation about that the other day. Is milkshake about the upper half or the lower half shaking? Because, like,
Yes.
girls
That's gotta be
twerk
upper,
to-
right?
That's so, but girls twerk to the song, so that would make it lower half, right? Like,
By logic,
I don't think that there's a
both-
popular dance where you know.
well,
shimmy. It was
Yeah,
extremely popular when we were younger. I think the last person
I
to do
don't
it was
think
like Britney
that's-
Spears.
I think shaking your chi-chis hurts a lot more than shaking your ass.
It really does.
And
It
just
really
generally,
does.
that's like a way more popular dance.
Like,
'Cause it doesn't hurt. Like only the itty bitty titty can do it, and they don't really have much to shake.
well, yeah, they
Yeah.
have no milkshakes, so. Sorry to those of you who are a part of the itty bitty titty committee.
I
Hey, don't
mean,
be sorry for them. They're doing great.
yeah, like they still got a
I'm having
mouthful.
a
They're good
blast.
to go.
There you go. Damn right.
I have a question, Brent.
I have an answer, Vex.
Can the command spell force someone to just die instantaneously?
No.
Damn.
Well, there is power word kill though.
Yes,
I
but
don't
you
think
are
I
not
have-
anywhere near
No, you
high
sure
enough
don't.
level to cast it. And frankly, I don't think that he could ever cast it. I think it is.
Oh, is he a partial?
Yeah, he's a paladin.
Oh, yeah, no.
So
No,
I
you
don't
cannot.
think. I don't think it would work on him. I don't
think
he
it's
could.
max level, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a 9th level spell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So,
sort of powerful when you can just tell someone to die.
yeah, just a wee
You're
bit.
literally just lelouching.
If you use the command spell
I
properly,
command you, all of you, die.
I
if you use the
mean,
command word properly, and like by logic, you can tell somebody to just suffocate.
no, because
That's not, it
again,
can't create harm to the person, like the
Yeah.
command itself.
plus
so, like-
the
Yeah,
body
you
does
you
not
can't even
have
tell
enough.
him to jump off a cliff or anything.
So, like, telling him to give and having him give us his Featherfall amulet doesn't inherently cause him harm from just handing it over. Us then shoving him through the window causes the harm.
So by logic, we can force him to sleep, take the brooch, and shove him out the window.
We're not sure it's a brooch, though. She said it's just an amulet.
It could be anything, really.
Exactly.
Therefore, we loot him before we toss him.
But don't we risk waking him up if we loot him while...
We tie him up, we loot him, we toss him.
This is getting inherently more complicated.
I'm too complicated.
Also, again,
Why'd you have to go make everything complicated?
killing him is just so much easier.
You've been sitting there pretty silently. You have any better ideas on what I'm proposing?
Put him to sleep and stab him between the eyes. Like, it's not that difficult. You don't have to throw him out a window. Just like ice pick in between the eyes, big old sledgehammer, skaploosh, dead. A little bit of brain matter everywhere, but it'll work.
Yeah, yes, but my oath. I need to
mean-
discover what I need to discover what a dwarf pancake looks like.
But you want to blow him up, so it's not going to be a solid pancake. It's going to be sprinkles.
It'll be mini pancakes.
Gory.
Vermeer
Bloody.
takes several steps away from Valor.
I feel like you should just put him to sleep and let me throw a javelin at him.
I feel like if you want to do it so bad, just pick a random dwarf and change your alignment to evil. Or I don't know what else to tell you. Like the plan you have is a bit too homoerotic. Like you want to shove things up his ass. Like, are you gonna lube it a little bit too? Gonna put him to sleep with some homophilia stuff?
I misspoke on that part. I do not actually want to shove
You
him
gonna tie each grenade up so it's like little anal
You
beads
want to
going
tie
in?
him up while he's asleep
and then
so
throw
that
him
you
out a
can
window.
rope him.
And
What's up, you guys? You make the plan now.
We
Just
did!
made the
You put him
plan.
to sleep.
Put him to
we
sleep,
kill him.
smash his brains.
and that's assuming you can even put him to sleep.
Okay, then we'll have the massive sledgehammer from behind ready. If he doesn't go to sleep, like one of those whack-a-mole games.
I think we're finished here, Pip. Let's go and get some sleep before the rest of us go completely insane.
You mean you're not completely insane?
I like
Really,
to think
we
I'm
have a
not, but it
giant
might be possible.
sledgehammer.
I was gonna say, does anyone even have a sledgehammer? Because I have a halberd.
The merman has a hammer nose.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
I mean, the siren has hammer arrows.
I do?
They're not big though. They're tiny.
Oh.
They're meant for small.
You can't
mean-
make the... What?
Push come to shove, we can always hit him on the head with Grimir's cannon. Grimir, I'm not going to throw you out the window. You can approach me with caution, but you can trust me. I'm not going to hurt you.
By the way, just so you know, Grimir has not said a word since you told him to shut up.
You are allowed to speak.
You did.
Okay, sweet. Thanks. I got it. Got the plan.
Good.
So we have
I-
changed the plan from dwarven pancakes. Yes.
Yes. I mean,
It's one additional.
It went
step
from
away
dwarven
valor.
pancake to dwarven firework to dwarven gay to dwarven ice pick.
Is dwarven gay
dwarven
like
brain
dwarven
matter.
gay? Let's dwarven gay and get it on.
Roan, let's just say that the dwarven pancake idea can be last resort. Okay.
Sure. Sure, Jan.
I just want to put it out there that I don't want to be eaten. I completely accept if other people want that, but I don't want that.
Grimir, for one, I don't eat living things.
I don't think I'd be living if I was a pancake.
For two, I don't eat dwarves.
That's really good news to me.
Don't
The
eat
shark, on
as
the
in
other hand,
present, or don't eat as in ever. Because if you past tense ate them, but you're not right now, it's very, very important. Words are important.
I do not eat them, period.
Who? What? What?
You missed something.
I also don't eat people, so
We're discussing the consequences of cannibalism.
I am
There's
so...
a lot of them.
Cannibalism, you're not a human.
And technically, neither is he. So
there's
It's cannibalism
Cannibals
if
that
you eat
were
a dwarf,
never
but if you eat a
humans.
human, it doesn't count as cannibalism. Similar to why I eat humans. Like, it's not cannibalism. It's just
That's-
free resources.
that's that's a way. That's that's one way to look at it. Yeah.
Okay, Pip, I think we're finished here. Unless you have any other.
Humans
Any other
aren't
ideas,
part of the food chain.
I have so many concerns, and I'm starting to wonder how and why you all survived as long as you have.
We don't condone cannibalism, just to be clear on that.
We wonder that on a daily basis.
I mean,
Honestly,
we don't
could have died
condemn
several
it
times
either.
Well, bitch. Sorry, I just
Okay.
smeared paint.
We should have died several times by now. We are very surprised that we have survived this long.
Yeah, alright.
No, we aren't. I know how I survived.
Ron, you stick with us long enough, you'll be wondering the same thing within a month.
Me too.
She just walks away. She has reached the end of her rope and she just walks away.
Bye-bye.
My mother's maiden name before she got married was Geneva.
That's a nice name.
Geneva Convention. More like Geneva Suggestion.
And again,
She's very strict on her rules.
Would
That's
you?
the
Are you
funniest
coming? Is all she says as she looks back at you all, and she's at the lift.
Yes.
Going somewhere?
Yes, we can't stay here all day waiting for the guy. We gotta.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I should ask though, will my spells hold up for the night?
You have no idea. This
We're
is
gonna
not
find
something
out.
This is not something that you've done before.
We're gonna find out.
So, wait. Let me get this clear. We don't know when he's actually going to be in the room, so we just set spells
No.
in hopes they'll last
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Yep.
Also, you know when he's going to be in the room. So I assume whatever plots you were planning would have held up over time.
Yes. Correct.
But he's not sure.
This is also a true statement.
I don't understand, but okay. I am not thinking about it anymore. Come along.
Me neither.
And she just
Snake
leads you
Boy
guys
needs
out
sleep.
of the room.
Snake Boy needs sleep. Snake Boy going delirious.
Going?
It may be an ongoing issue.
Maybe? As you
I am
get...
at least 75% sure it's curable.
Oh, huzzah.
We're gonna die.
That is 100%
Yeah.
true. We just don't know when it's going to happen.
You know, I
Probably.
met a dwarf who often said much the same thing.
Very smart dwarf.
Mm. He's some type of cleric, but no, we just,
Ew. Okay.
he just would always say that, just, we're all going to die. And he never got on a ship unless significantly drugged or plied with alcohol. And even then, the whole time, he just keeps saying that they're gonna die. And sadly, I don't think that he's ever flown or sailed in a ship that hasn't sunk, or crashed, or blown up, or been robbed. Basically, anytime he gets on a ship, it's really bad for him. I almost feel
So
bad
he
for
should
him.
probably trade with somebody else because obviously it's not working for him.
I certainly agree, but that's...
Sounds like Steries isn't a fan of him.
It's entirely possible. I'm just always shocked whenever I see him because, again, he had to get here somehow. And I know he's not exactly, jumping at the idea of, taking transport. So it just
That
always
reminds
surprises me
that
to see him.
Reminds me of this one guy that somehow managed to escape a destroyed vessel with six casks of very expensive alcohol.
I mean,
No crewmates, just the alcohol, and he was like stranded at sea for what was it, like 6 days or something?
yeah,
Flash
alcohol
the
floats.
cast together. Yeah.
Tracks.
Again, impressive, and, he's very lucky to have found you, but, casks are meant to be buoyant.
Oh no, he got off the ship in a rowboat and managed to save the 6 casks.
Oh.
Didn't save any crewmates, just the casks.
Well, again, alcohol floats, so that checks out.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't save many people trying to get off a ship either. But booze? Now, I know a cat who, if you saved booze over people, she would definitely shake your hand.
You know a cat that would shake your hand?
That was not an invitation to lay on my laptop. Madam. Madam.
What's her name? Tessa?
No, that doesn't sound right. And yes, I know a tabaxi who would shake my hand.
Oh, tabaxi. Okay.
Tabaxi cats, almost the same thing. One's just
True.
significantly taller than the other. And one speaks the common tongue. Or, well, can speak the common tongue. Then again, some cats are quite talented. So, you never know these days.
I've never met one that could shake a hand, but, I haven't been everywhere.
Hey, Rowan, I'm just now noticing this. You're the only other Selkie I've met, but you're the only Selkie that stays in her human form clothed. This is a true statement because the only other Selkie I know lives on my home island, and whenever she greets her customers, it is an awkward interaction. She's a gunpowder salesman. Saleswoman? Sales seal?
Sales lady?
He sells the most expensive. She sells the best gunpowder.
She sounds cool.
The druids told me I'm not to walk the island naked.
Well,
I mean, it would be very awkward to walk around here naked. I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't be awkward.
Why?
Mostly because lots of staring, lots of pointing, and lots of very forward people that you can't murder because they touch you.
Why?
Because that's
I've been
part of
around a
the
lot of
rules
naked
of
people.
society.
It's sometimes more weird to me how often people wear clothes.
if we ever
But
go back to
why?
the home island, I'll introduce you to this other Selkie.
Again, I'm not quite sure, but it is what it is.
If a man robs you, you're allowed to kill him. So if he touches you without your permission, how is that any different? Why am I not allowed to kill him?
Because you're not allowed to kill him if he robs you.
I believe the limit is
You're
you're
not?
allowed to name.
No.
You're allowed to name. You're
you
allowed
sure?
to name the
In Zolen and Zoleni, if someone steals from you and you wish to recover the property, you may do so. You may
But
recover
there is
it.
no recovering my comfort, and if they steal that from me, I should take their comfort by taking their breath.
Sadly, that's not equivalent in the eyes of many cities and many countries.
Can we stop contemplating murder? Like, you can maim the guy, you can hurt him, but leave him breathing by the end of it.
But what if he goes and takes someone else's comfort?
Unfortunately, a simple act of touch, so long as it is not violent or needlessly aggressive, is not grounds for arrest nor murder.
Is there like a little bit of a loophole where you can beat the ever-loving fuck out of him?
No, but you can slap his hand or slap him. That's equivalent.
Well, if anyone gets slapped by Rome, they're going to die.
Try not to slap too many people.
Then they shouldn't touch me.
Well, I certainly agree.
Well, it's a good thing that we're on good terms then, eh, Rowan? Slithering
Don't
away
touch
faster.
me.
So quick to, don't touch me.
No, me just slithering away fast. Just nope.
But again, laws of societies aside, just be careful. And again, I do not recommend walking around without clothing. It's just not advisable. And here in Zoleni, it's more of a safety concern than anything. Do you know how many hot things they're constantly dripping from above, or splashing around on the ground? Frankly, we don't let children near certain areas simply because acid is constantly moving around in the city.
And clothes are absorbent and hold it against your skin. So how is that
Not boots.
any better?
Not boots. Also, most of the clothes we sell here in Zoleni are treated to slough off most liquids.
I'm gonna look down at Roan's bare feet.
Do you want some boots?
No.
Oh. Well, if you change your mind, I can get you some.
What about
But why? I run slower with them on.
I'm only making the offer.
Well, mention Reeve also does not have boots on. He got webbed feet. He got the little walking heats.
Yep, he's got the plap, plap, splat.
He got the little.
I don't have feet.
I would stay out of most of the alchemy district.
Yeah, that it might hurt, but I'm also like scales from the waist down.
I'm gonna look at Reeves. So we need to buy featherfall potions, right?
Yeah, just in case if we have to jump out a window.
Why are we jumping out windows?
They want an escape route that doesn't use the very fast, albeit, elevator.
Oh.
We
Okay.
want an escape route that we can actually access if one of our party members decides to blow things up between us and the exit.
Oh.
Everyone looking at Premiere.
It's not Grimir I'm looking at, sweetie.
I don't have the granadas! They are not in my possession!
You want them?
I'm gonna pick up the dwarf. I'm gonna pick up the dwarf and throw him over my shoulder and walk to the other side of the room.
Well, you are leaving, so that is good. But okay, apparently the dwarf has been picked up again and is being escorted away.
Oh, where are we going?
Night-night. Going night-night.
Okay.
He made one of his own accord!
Anyway, so for Theater of the Mind, I'll just kind of leave you guys on this map just because it's convenient. So you're looking for potions of Featherfall.
Do we have enough money to buy 4 or 5 potions of Featherfall?
I don't know how many. How much money do you guys
for,
have?
like, catching yourself?
Did we
Well,
get
you
any
don't-
money
you
from
don't need
anything
it.
recently?
No.
I do have to say that our accountant was a certain Whitehill, and he dipped.
That
So-
sucks.
And he didn't pass along his knowledge as far as I'm aware.
True.
Didn't we find money in the barrels?
Roan, you would have the best notes of anyone here. I'm just going to tell you.
Oh. I currently can't access them.
Why?
Because she'll claw me.
So throw her.
Wow. Not okay, right?
Oh no, I throw her all the time. She actually rather
Oh.
enjoys it.
Oh, okay.
Also, it is 100% okay to throw an animal so long as you do not hurt it.
Oh.
It's like I throw my child too. I used to throw my dog, but now he's way too big.
Mhm.
It won't let me. It is weird trying to use a mouse while somebody's laying on your hand, and it is so warm and fluffy.
Quit
Oh,
making
Jesus.
envious, damn it.
Huh?
I want my cat back.
I'm sorry.
So get your cat back. What the fuck did...
I
What?
don't have the money to go and get him.
Oh.
It would cost me $200 just to drive over and get him.
Sorry.
Jeebus.
Sorry.
Where are you driving?
To Regina, it's $100 trip.
Oh.
Hey, yeah.
I'm surprised I won't meet halfway.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
they don't have a vehicle right now, so...
Sounds about right. I'm used to that, too.
Ah!
Boom, got him.
Anyways,
No, anyways.
I guess we're going to the alchemy district to go and get some potions.
I mean, there's lots of places you could go. The Alchemy District is one of them.
It would be the place to easiest English, first language, most easily find the Featherfall potions.
I thought Canadians spoke French anyway, so...
I don't speak fucking French.
We have quite a bit we could sell, but as for actual gold, it is lacking.
And most of the stuff we can sell is on the ship, which is on the other side of the fucking island.
It's on a whole other island. What the fuck you talking about?
We didn't go to the ship between,
That is correct. You have not.
the temple
But
in here.
the ship he's talking about is the ship he's talking about is indeed filled with stuff, but it
I've
is
never been to said ship.
yes. But it is also on another frickin' island. So
Okay. Well, we have the 2,000 crystallized fish eyes and the barrel of gunpowder and the kelp
Encapsulate
armor
fish
and the
eyes.
blue quartz that we can sell. We're not selling
yeah,
the
the
shark tooth
quartz
short
that I found.
sword, but
Of course I found. Was it of any, like, yeah, I know it's extremely valuable.
the what?
the
That quartz-
baseball-sized blue quartz.
Yeah, you have not got it appraised.
Well, might as well do that while I'm here. That is on my person.
So, you make your way to the alchemy district, and you go to what is known as Huh. That would be interesting. Give me a minute.
Giving.
Holy fucking shit. I didn't think it was a thing that I could find, but apparently it is.
That's
What'd
less
you
than a minute.
find?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Shut up. Your mama.
I'm worrying about it.
My computer is having a weird spaz out right now.
Oh.
Brent, you found my mother? Tell her to stay the fuck away from Canada.
Say I found your mother.
Anyway, so I can't get Roll20 to open. But I also can't get Discord to open. So
Give it a minute.
Huh.
it says both are open on my taskbar, but when I go to open them, it's not allowing the screens to open. So
How very interesting.
yes. Okay.
The alchemist's shop that you run into in the alchemist's section of the city is known as Smithers Extraordinary Elixirs.
Smithers?
Yes.
Does he work for a guy named Burns?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Smithers oh, for fuck's sake. I just said it. My brain is that fucking bad.
Extraordinary elixirs.
Thank you.
Smithers Extraordinary Elixirs.
My brain sucks so hard.
The acronym for his shop is C.
Yep. D. But it is open. You are more than welcome to enter.
Well, I mean, this is the first alchemist shop we come across. Let's go and see if they got what we want. Or rather, what Reeve wants.
As you enter the shop, there are lots of glass vials. There are also lots of weirdly, like, tinkery looking things. You see a lot of little gizmos and gadgets just kind of hanging out. This very much looks like a combination between Doc Terminus's workshop and the dad's workshop from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. In that it's slapdash all over the place and yet somehow still functions. Kind of. But as you're entering, you hear a "Be with you one moment." And you then hear a poof as you see green and pink smoke come from a back door.
Oh. I take off the cat bandana that Tessa gave me and put it over my face. I don't want to breathe this in.
And you see a very colorful elderly gnome. And he is dressed in what you can see are robes with a smock over the front. And he is waving a pointed hat in the air, just like trying to bat it away. And you see that the hat is covered in like thousands of little stitched on butterflies.
Aww.
And as he appears, he's he reaches into one of the pockets that he must have, because again, he kind of just reaches into part of his robe and then pulls out a little inhaler and welcome. Welcome to Smithers Elixirs. I am Elixir Smither.
Right. Reed, you wanted to ask this gentleman something?
I'm looking for a potion of Featherfall. I want to see how much it is. Yes.
By the way, did that piece of art share with everyone?
Yeah, it shared with me at least.
Maybe.
As I currently cannot get that screen to open. No.
That is a very, very colorful dwarf.
He is a gnome. Racist.
Beard, short, looks like a dwarf.
I don't have a beard.
Yeah, I don't think most water dwarves have beards.
Actually, you would be wrong. They do.
No,
Eh,
they pretty much all do.
yeah.
I am fuck you. God fucking damn it.
I lost mine because of stress.
Take your point of inspiration and shut up.
I already have it, but thank you.
Anyway, he kind of so potions of featherfall, you say? Well, I do have some, but are you sure you need them? After all, you don't look like you'd be going into tall, high places.
We're about to jump out a window. It's gonna fall 300 feet.
Wait, hold on.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, we're about to jump out a massive window, and it's gonna be like a safety plan.
Out, are we? Are we jumping out of the window?
Okay, well, let me
Just in
reiterate.
case situation.
Let me reiterate. We're working security at the top of the council tower.
No, we aren't.
We aren't?
And what are you doing? I'm
Our
very,
best, I guess.
I'm very confused.
Oh yeah, we're not doing security. We're killing a guy.
Pip, help, please.
Why'd you guys bring Kamir in here?
Why'd you guys
Why
bring
would you
Grimir?
say that?
Pip just looks over. Ignore them. This one's been on an island by himself for years.
That's true. Years.
I think Featherfall would be a wonderful spell to have available to me if I ever get blown from the mast during a hurricane.
Oh, you're
Let's
sailors.
go back
Oh.
up in case we get hurt.
Well, why didn't you say so? Why you made it sound really sketchy. You definitely need to work on your delivery.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Some of us are still learning what humor is.
I can see that.
I've got it down pretty good.
Yes, you do. It's very down.
Anyway, so potions of Featherfall. Well, are you sure you want a potion? This sounds like something you might want a Featherfall device for.
A
Wouldn't
device?
potions be a one-time use and much cheaper than a full device?
Well, yes and no. It depends on how complicated you want the device. I have several. And he walks over and he pulls out a little brooch that has a pair of wings on it. He pulls out a propeller hat. And he pulls out a regular hat that he then presses a button, and it's very much the Go-Go Gadget helicopter hat. Each of these could fulfill your feather falling needs. The hover hat, as we call it, is the priciest option, but it will allow you to cast Featherfall pretty indefinitely. The rotor hat is not quite as powerful. It only has how many? I think it's 10 charges of Featherfall. And then the brooch of landing contains 2 charges of the spell Featherfall and will activate instantaneously upon sensing that you are falling from any height of greater than 10 feet. And, again, the problem with a potion, well, it would last an hour, and would last a pretty long time. But the problem with the potion is that you have to drink it before you get thrown out of a window, or fall out of the the rigging of a ship. And frankly, do you even know when you're going to fall out of a rigging or off of a high building? I'm just saying that if you were planning to do something, fun, like for the testing a new designer parachute or a new Featherfall device for the Inventors Guild, then yes, a potion would probably be the best way to go. But if you're worried about just random acts of being thrown from buildings and off of the crow's nests, then I highly recommend a device. After all 3 of these, 2 of the 3 will activate instantaneously. The third one you do have to hit the button, but still it will last, and again will continue to work until you hit the ground.
Okay, let's talk price.
Well, lucky for you, especially in this city, the hats and the brooches are very much in demand, and the supply is always more than the demand. After all, there are lots of projects where people get shot upwards and outwards and fall and dive from airships like lunatics. So, the brooch of landing is 10 gold apiece.
We'll take 4 of those.
5.
He can cast that spell that he's so proud of.
I got Featherfield, not Featherfall.
What's wrong? I thought you didn't want it.
I read the spell. It does not allow me to actually fall slowly.
He caught that part finally.
But very well. 5 brooches of landing. Give me a moment, and where did I put that box? And he ducks behind the counter. You can see the hat moving along the counter as he's searching for boxes, and you hear snap! Oh, damn it! And you see him throw his hand up, and a pair of teeth with legs lands on the desk and is chattering away.
That is horrifying.
I kind of like kind of put my hand on it, stop it from chattering, and then move it out of the reach of Roan.
You then
Appreciate it.
you then hear a crack. Oh! Damn it! Shelf!
You know, I worry about this person's well-being.
I worry about him hitting his head on another object.
And you watch as the hat, aha! And like it points up. Like the hat goes
I
from
worry
slightly
about another
floppy.
object hitting
points
him
up.
on the head.
And then he pulls up a box. I found them! I knew they were around here somewhere. I need a new intern to file all of these away from me properly.
Huh.
Are any of you interested in some intern work?
I am already doing security detail for a very interesting group of adventurers, but thank you kindly for the offer. But I will be declining at this time.
Our work is a bosun on a ship. I can't exactly take time off.
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but yes, if I can do that and help these guys.
You can't.
Oh. Okay, no.
Come here. Oh, okay, no. Fuck. I love it. But presently he's very well then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're driving. And he slams the box underneath the shelf somewhere, and you hear, damn it!
That just spills all over the place, didn't it?
No, I think I broke something else.
Right. Okay then.
Pip just is like staring in complete bewilderment, and she's just, so how long have you been with the Alchemist Guild? Oh, ever since the election of Nicodemus, I've been a part of the guild, and I was against joining with the Guild of Fuels, but I was only one vote, and frankly, nobody listens to old Smithers no more. After all, they think I'm crazy. But I'll show them. I have invented a new fuel, and they will all think that I am a genius. And when I present it at next year's Festival of Inventions and Feats, I will be Guildmaster of the Guild of Fuels.
What kind of fuel?
It is my latest, greatest creation. It is called, and he pulls up a glowing green jar. I call it the glow.
Is it explosive?
Oh, no, not explosive. No. Not explosive in any way, shape, or form.
So what does it fuel?
It can fuel anything, so long as you have the engine that I have just recently sent in to get final fabrication at the Artificers and Engineers Guild. And he pulls up a diagram. What you see here, you use the glow, and you fill this...
Roan's eyes are going to glass over.
You fill
Jameer
this...
pops off of Roan's shoulders and is staring at this schematic.
When you fill the heart of it, and the glow is fully charged and fully ready to go, it will then power the whole thing, rendering oil and other lesser fuels obsolete. And best part is, the glow can be made with a combination of magic and science. After all, it takes a little bit of magic. All you need is a little shocking grasp to get the base form of the glow to work. That is how it gets its name, the glow, after all.
Okay, Smithers, just one question here.
I have several other questions.
What kind of byproducts are we looking at for the refinement? Does it cause the amount of pollution that the current guild is creating?
No, that's the best part. The glow can be made using any kinds of materials. This particular is actually made using the byproduct of the Guild of Fuel's normal everyday functions. He pulls out another jar and it's glowing blue. And again, glowing, like radioactive glowing. This is actually made from slime and their cores. And then, and he pulls out another one. This one's glowing like a pale white. This is made from coral and seashells. I have perfected it. I tell you, I am genius.
Okay, so there's no pollution whatsoever, and would this stuff be capable of clearing out the current levels of pollution?
I suppose if you were to scavenge enough of it, certainly. But there is one downside.
And that is?
Well, the constant contact with a flesh body, a corporeal being, will cause that body to decay over time.
I love you.
Eventually, your mic's live, Emil. There you go. Eventually, your body will deteriorate and then disintegrate or turn to goop. I would not recommend drinking the stuff.
I'm starting to wonder what happened to your previous intern.
Oh, it is an unrelated incident. He got married, bastard.
Turn to goop?
Yes. If you drink a whole bottle of the glow, you will become goo, like a pile of goop. On the plus side, if someone were to touch you with a shocking grass spell, you would become a whole new sample of the glow.
What?
Yes. I do not recommend drinking it.
If ingested...
In large quantities.
Poured into the mouth while, let's say, someone was sleeping.
Yes.
It would turn them into goo.
That is 100% correct.
Okay, and you've tested and confirmed this, Grimir, what's that word? This,
Glow?
No, this thought thingy, this science
theory.
Thought. Yes, that.
Theory?
Oh, it's not a theory. I could,
Please don't try to prove it to us right now. I just had a good lunch.
Oh.
No, you didn't. We haven't eaten in hours.
Shut up.
Oh. I mean, I have
I'm not
some.
sure we even had breakfast.
I have some rats, and frankly, they could be. I could use more glow.
No, I don't need an example. I just need to know if you've tested this.
Oh yes, of course. Again, though, I would recommend not coming in direct physical contact with the stuff, as it will be highly caustic to your skin.
How much energy waste do you have in the engine processing the fuel?
About 25% of overall output of one jar of glow going in and fueling the whole thing. So of the 100% possible, 25% is used just to power the engine itself. This is unfortunate. I was trying to get it as low as 10, but I cannot feasibly get it any lower.
And how much glow would you need to buy regularly to sustain this?
Oh, one jar of glow can sustain an engine for a sloop or smaller size vessel for a month, a brigantine or tradesman for a fortnight, and then a galleon or warship or one of those ingenious submarines that some of the cohorts are working on for a week.
And how much glow would one have to ingest? I mean, to keep away from children, obviously. How much glow would one have to ingest to become the goo?
Oh, that would take the whole jar. This whole jar.
So
which is
like
about...
drop.
No. This is about 2 quarts. You could suffer serious acid burns from simply 1 drop, though. Again, it is highly caustic in nature. Though I do recall one of my test subjects complaining that his bones ached. I don't know what that means, but it's probably irrelevant. He was a sickly man to begin with.
Right. On another note, I pull out this blue quartz baseball size thing. What's this worth?
He grabs his glasses off of his nose and like puts them closer to the quartz, and it puts them back on his face. 100 gold pieces.
Cool. How much is a bottle of this goo?
He like grabs it. Why? You're not stealing my invention. I made it. It's mine.
Sir, I intend to use it, not repurpose it.
You don't have the engine for it. Why would you need it?
Because it's highly caustic, and you never know when you need to dissolve barnacles off the base of your ship. It's much
Science.
safer than a whole gallon of acid.
I have barnacle remover.
Because science. And I'm an Oath of Discovery Paladin. I want to see what this does.
I just told you what it does. It's mine. Not for sale. Go away.
Have you tried powering weapons with it before?
Well, no, because I can't find... it's hard to build a vessel that can contain the glow and be swung and durable enough for a weapon.
I could try and help you design something.
He made the cannon he carries.
I made this, and then I just put my culverin on the...
He quickly grabs up 2 of his jars. Maybe.
Well, I just want to purchase this glow for purely educational purposes.
No, it is mine. And until I get the patent and the intellectual property rights, it will stay mine. And he puts them under the counter and stares at you.
If you insist.
Do forgive him. He is typical
Insane.
of the inventor types here in the city. After
He's
all,
awesome.
I don't want
patents
to steal
and
his
products have
invention.
been stolen easily. If he
Yes, I don't want to steal his invention.
again, he has no way to know that. But if his invention is actually true and this product really does work as he's saying, you would indeed become the master of the Guild of Fuels in a single day. I tell you it works! Again, I mean no disrespect, my friend. I'm just saying that your dream is within your grasp. Oh.
Within about 48 hours, actually.
What? And Pip just punches you in the side. Valor just shh. Jeez.
Do they have tacos in this town?
What the fuck is a taco?
You haven't lived till you've tried a taco.
I mean,
Madam, I eat most things whole. I don't think I want to eat something that sounds like it's sharp.
Pip's just kind of staring at the ceiling, lost in thought. Meanwhile, the guy, well then, so you need the brooches of landing and anything else that's not the glow. You can't has. It's mine.
It's okay. Probably doesn't work anyway.
He stands a little straighter, which means he straightens out 1.5 inches. He's like, I'll show you at the next festival. You'll see. You'll all see.
I don't really feel like sticking around that long to watch something not work.
Pip just
Please
shakes
tell
her
me
head.
Please tell me you said that in your head.
No?
Just the brooches, please. For the love of the gods.
Agreed.
60 gold pieces. Because you're rude. And trying to steal from me. And he points to you,
I'm
Valor.
not trying to. Mhm.
Why would
I'm
he
not-
want to steal something that doesn't work? You can't even show us it works.
I'm not rude. I am impressed, though.
Yes. I kind of push. I kind of I'm holding this blue quartz, and I'm like, is there any other applications that this stuff might hold?
I mean, yes, technically I could turn it into more glow.
Okay. If you turn this into glow, Can I have that ball?
No.
Well, I tried. Well, in that case, there's no other applications for this particular crystal because it has no magical properties and it's just.
I mean, it
pricey.
is very shiny and very pretty, so I mean, a jeweler would probably pay you a pretty penny for it. Again, it is worth 100 gold pieces, so again, it looks very pretty, and it is very pretty. And there's a few alchemical applications you can use it for, but frankly, yeah.
What about crystallized fish eyes?
What?
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out a handful of crystallized fish eyes.
Ah, I've never seen these before. This is something interesting. I must admit that minerals and their properties are not entirely my specialty. You would have to go next door. Well, I say next door, but it's really like down the street. And he kind of points. You're looking for Reginald Runestirrer.
Okay.
Right. I apologize for my rudeness. I did not mean to insinuate that I wanted to steal or even poach your idea. I am a stupid cretin who does not actually have the necessary knowledge to recreate it anyways.
At least he admits it.
At least you are honest.
That said, Neapta, would you kindly pay the man? You are in charge of all the money. I know she's not actually here, but I'm saying it as if we were.
Neapta just looks at you like,
What was
the fuck?
Reginald's name?
Reginald Runestirrer.
That's what I thought I heard. I was just hoping I was wrong.
However, Pip just slaps some money on the counter. Here's 70, and so long as you sell me the rights to make the engines specifically, you and I will be talking later. Oh! Guildmaster Pip Cogscrew, why didn't you say you were there?
Because you didn't stop talking for them to introduce themselves.
Yeah. Roan.
He points to Roan. She is rude. Yes, well, she's not from here. She doesn't understand the mines of brilliance. It's quite all right. I suppose. Anyway, your butchers will work. If they don't, well, your loved ones can come get your money back.
What?
It's a guarantee I have. All of my items work, or your money back. And sometimes, unfortunately, the people who collect are not the people I sold them to.
I look over to Pip and I'm like, if I die because of this brooch does not work, burn this place.
Why? If the glow works, that's all I care about.
Because if my parents find out that I died because of a faulty invention, they'll do more than burn this place.
Got it. And she gestures, now out the door with all of you.
Right. Slip it.
As you all exit the shop, she just, well, that was interesting. I really do hope it actually works. That would be revolutionary. I don't like this idea that it's caustic, and that it might be killing you slowly over time. But at the same time,
I believe you mentioned only if it comes into physical contact with you.
No.
And long periods of time.
Handling it frequently causes your bones to degenerate, apparently.
Again, it would be unfortunate if that's actually the case, but I mean, even if it is, so long as it works and does what it said, I mean, it would be a whole new way, and it seems like, at least from the base understanding that he was able to give, it does seem like you would be able to recharge it with enough applications of Shocking Grasp, which I wonder if you could replace Shocking Grasp with, say, a higher electrical spell, say Lightning Bolt or Lightning Lasso.
Right. You guys head back to the inn. I'm gonna step into this jeweler's real quick.
What inn? You've been staying in my workshops. And
We have to go to the minerals guy, this Reginald dude, for the fish eyes.
Indeed. And he's right down here. And
Also, he might be able to give you a better price for the quartz since he buys minerals.
that
Yes,
is also
but
true.
He's got a point. I might as well go with you, Roan, and I would like to check this jeweler to see if he'll give me a better price than the mineral guy.
And we can always
not
tell
really-
him that, Sorry, what?
Reef,
What?
did you say something?
Oh, I said huzzah.
We can always tell him that we were offered more at the other place, too, if necessary.
I can't lie.
It's not lying. If we go back with the higher price, then I'm sure that the little angry gnome dude would offer us more. It's predicting the future.
Let's just check out this mineral guy first.
Mm-hmm.
I literally cannot lie at all.
Mm-hmm. Can ask you to lie.
What does that mean, lying?
Sorry?
What does that mean? You keep saying that.
I can't lie. It's part of my tenets.
I don't know. What does that mean?
He lives in a tent.
No, that's not what
You
it
live in a
means.
tent? That's what. Oh, like lying down? You can't sleep?
There are rules I have to follow as a paladin.
Okay, so you can't lie down. You have to sit
Apparently
when you sleep?
fisting people and eating them in pancakes and murdering them is not one of those tenets.
Unfortunately, actually, no, it isn't.
Very
But
convenient.
you're not allowed to sleep on the ground.
That is not what I meant.
Oh,
I'm not.
I'm really confused.
I don't
I
have
am
the time
too.
or the crayons to explain what I mean to you two.
Lying is part of deceiving someone. It is telling someone something you know is not true in order to fool them, trick them, or get them to do things that they wouldn't otherwise do for you.
What if it's one of those things
What?
called a white lie?
How do you tell
There's
somebody
white lies
something
and there are
that's
black
not
lies.
true?
There are things
Okay.
called white lies that theoretically are used to tell people, to disguise the truth and not in a harmful way, but many people don't like those. As for telling people things that aren't true, for example, Grimir, if I walked
Mhm.
around and started telling everyone that you were a siren instead of a Aryan, that is lying.
That's crazy. I'm a siren?
No,
Whoa.
no, my dear.
Oh,
But
okay.
someone could.
Well, I thought I was a sea dwarf, so
You are.
okay.
But somebody could say that you're something else.
What?
I
That's
thought that was called
You're
stupidity.
you're making that up. That's not real.
Pretty certain the word is stupidity.
I mean, people who lie do tend to be stupid, but a lie is still a thing that can be told.
No, you're making that up. That's not real.
Let's get
Oh,
this.
oh, bless
sorted
you,
out.
sweet water child. Anyway,
I've never heard of that. That can't be real. People saying stuff that isn't.
well, let
True.
me ask you a question. How did you end up on that island?
Stupidity.
I escaped home, and then I wound up on a couple of different ships, and one of them kicked me off, and then I drifted onto that island.
All right, and why did they kick you off of the one ship?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be there, and they didn't want to feed me.
And did they tell you that those were the reasons that they were throwing you off the ship?
I don't think they really told me much. I mean, they said they don't have food for me, but they didn't. I mean, they didn't like take the time to tell me we're gonna throw you off the ship. They just kind of threw me off, but they said stuff while they were doing it.
So, in theory, they could have simply told you they didn't have food, but they could have had all the food and just not wanted to share any of it with you. But telling you they didn't have the food to feed you is lying to you.
But like, how?
How what?
How would they say it even though it's not true? I don't.
That's
that
called
doesn't make
lying.
any sense.
That's exactly what lying is.
See, I think you guys are making that up.
Okay.
I
For
don't.
me, another example. How tall are you in actuality?
Barely knows he's a dwarf. Why would he know that?
I'm like maybe 4 feet tall. Maybe I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
How tall is your cannon?
It depends on the make and model of the cannon. I mean, there's dozens of different lengths. It depends on what kind of cannon too. Are we talking about like forward cannon, aft cannons? Oh, Culverin's not a cannon. That's different. It's hand cannon in name, yeah, but it's not a full blown cannon. I can't carry around a cannon.
Okay, but how tall is it? How tall is it?
That's a good question.
How many hands long?
I don't know. I mean, Grimir knows, but I don't know.
I mean, you could make up pretty much four hands or bigger.
I'll
Wait,
say.
do dwarves have the same size hands as humans? I've always wondered that. Are they like?
No, they're a lot wider, and their fingers are more bulbous and fat. They got sausages.
But they're not longer, so the height of the hand doesn't change then.
No.
Or do they have little hands like?
No, they're not
damn
hobbits.
it.
They don't have little hands. They have fat hands.
No, I mean
I'd say about 25¼ inches.
25
approximately.
Okay.
Yeah, 25¼ I think.
Okay. So, if I were to want to lie to you, like tell a fib or a falsehood, I would say that your weapon is not a cannon; it's a flintlock pistol.
That's one way to look at it, I guess. Yeah.
That's
You could say that.
That is false. That is a lie.
Oh, it's not a flintlock pistol?
It's not a flintlock pistol.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
What is your weapon?
It's a culverin. Yep.
Your weapon is a culverin, and a culverin is a type of cannon. By logic, by reality, by truth. If I were to lie to you, I would tell you that your culverin is a type of flintlock pistol.
Oh, it is. Okay, I didn't know that.
Pip just shakes her head. I give up, but man, it's a wonder how your mind works. To understand you, I imagine, would be to understand so much and yet so little. Anyway, here's Reginald's, and it reads rocks, runes, rabble, and reagents. Or excuse me,
That's a cool alliteration.
rocks, reagents, rabble, and runes. Excuse me.
You're doing a good job.
Let's go in and deal with our chores and then go back to the inn because I'm now physically exhausted from trying to explain lying to a dwarf.
Who can't comprehend it as a concept.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're making that stuff up. That doesn't make any sense. But super good to know about the flintlock pistol.
You can just disregard that information.
Please disregard that information. Christ. Fuck Christ.
Anyway. Never mind. And as you walk in...
disregard information.
Kiddo, I think that's enough honey When the bottle is empty and there's no more coming out, that's enough honey.
I
checked
feel
out
that
your
in my
company,
soul,
bro.
though. It's never enough honey. But as you enter, you see that there are literal rocks, minerals, all kinds of things. There's bags of like rune stones. There's a couple rune stones just chilling. The whole of the interior is like decorated in runes. And you see a dwarf sitting, kind of sculpting a crystal with a rock polishing blanket. And you can see like soft glittering dust falling into a pan beneath him as he works. And he looks up. Oh, customers, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Reginald Runester, and welcome to Rocks, Reagents, Rabble, and Runes, or Quadruple R, as my shoppers tend to call it. How may I help you today? And
Wow.
First there, bro.
While hunting... Sorry.
go ahead there, Roan.
While hunting for the heart of Naft, we came upon a curiosity, and we were wondering if you would happen to be interested in it.
I'm certainly always interested in curiosities of a interesting nature. And you, my sneaky friend, what were you going to say?
I wanted her to get her stuff out of the way. Mine might take a bit longer.
Oh, very well. Please present whatever curiosity you have found.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and grab my fistful of eyeballs.
He pulls out a cushioned, like, it's almost like a dice tray, but again, it's like more plush and cushioned, and so he gestures for you to put it inside the tray. As you do, and he sees them. Oh my! That is odd. And he picks one up. May I inspect it? I do apologize.
But of course.
He takes out a rock. He takes out a jeweler's monocle and. Oh, well, these are quite something. Perfectly preserved. The crystal is of excellent quality. Where did you say you got these?
In the Temple of Naft.
Yes.
Ah! I've never heard of the Temple of Naft, though the island is shrouded in mystery, and frankly, I haven't had a chance to go myself. Still, wow, I must say, these are quite interesting indeed. And what do you have a plan on what you're going to do with these?
No idea what they are, even.
We know they're fish eyes. We don't know what kind of crystals, but we were intending on selling them if they were of any interest to anybody. Because turning a couple into necklaces and jewelry is fine and dandy, but past that...
I mean, I could turn them into necklaces and jewelry and baubles if you had such an interest. That wouldn't be hard at all.
I like shiny.
I mean...
Do you have any shinies, Rod?
No.
You don't?
No shiny.
Because at this moment you realize that he and trinkets. Because he is an intense trinket collector.
Well, I can indeed turn them into something shiny and something that you might appreciate. I could certainly do that. It's not really a hard thing, though. Let me conduct a few tests if you would be so kind. Well, here, and he hands you 5 gold coins. I'm going to purchase one, and I'm going to run it through a simple series of tests that I run most new minerals and gemstones and rocks through. I will admit that some of these tests will damage the eye in question, which is why I'm paying it for you in advance.
Okay.
But it will allow me to tell you what I can do with them and what they could be used for. So, I mean, it is all for the name of getting you a good price, so you're not swindled. Here, give me a moment. And he pulls out a little, a few vials, a hammer, and he begins to put this thing through essentially rock testing. He tries melting it with some acids. He tries to see if it has other properties that he's just not seeing. He places it on a few runes, and there's no glow, so he kind of makes a noise and takes a note of it. And after a few minutes, he comes back. You see him put up the stuff in question, and well, I must say that you have something interesting here. It's not quite like normal minerals. It doesn't seem to react to acid very strongly. I could punch a hole through them. That wouldn't be a problem, or take me any time at all, really. And I must say that they're rather durable. So, if I were to make you a necklace or a piece like that, or have someone commissioned to do so, it would be a sturdy thing. Frankly, I would worry about the chains and the clasps of the metal breaking before the actual baubles. However, they do have some alchemical properties that would make them of use. Mostly they are... they would allow the refinement of them in potions and devices that might have to do with the water. For example, if you were to crush up enough of these, put them in a powder, or put them as part of a mold, you might actually be able to improve or to create a potion, or rather, not a potion, a bangle of water breathing, or a ring of water walking, even. There's many different options, but ultimately speaking, they could be used to that end. You would have to find a talented artificer or alchemist to render them down. I'm afraid I don't have those facilities myself, but I can recommend a few. I mostly deal in wholesale of minerals, crystals, and other oddities and rarities.
Oh. Sell them to an artificer?
You certainly could. Though I could do something for you. I do have one talent that might be of worth to you. I am a runesmith. I can make runes. I think I could make a rune on your weapon, if you so desired.
With the fish eyes?
Indeed.
Okay. I'm going to very questioningly hand him over my halberd.
It's no need to worry. If I damage your magnificent piece here, then I will happily pay you for the cost and replace it.
It was my mother's.
Well, then I shall have to refabricate it and make it as good as new, which will be costlier, but can be done. But here, and he takes you watch as he pulls his gloves up and stretches them, and you watch as a pair of big-looking crystals begin to glow on the gloves, and he, as he finishes up, he pulls out these delicate little instruments. One looks like a charcoal pencil, but it's not charcoal. It looks like some kind of crystalline substance. The other is a kind of like a scalpel or an X-Acto knife. And he begins to draw on the blade. And as he does, you watch as the blade begins to almost superheat in that spot, but only in the spot where he's drawing and cutting. And you guys watch as for 10 minutes, he inscribes runes along the blade of your glaive. And he kind of frowns, but when he's done, he pulls it back and kind of... you also notice that most of the eyeballs in the tray have disappeared.
Okay. We have 2,000 of them, so I think we're pretty set.
I'm just saying this is something you noticed.
Okay.
However, he smiles and he there we go. I am done, and I think it worked. Here, and he hands you the halberd back, and then he points to a blue crystal outcropping that seems to be just growing in his shop. If you could cut a few gems off of that with your halberd now.
But it'll blunt the blade.
I assure you it will not.
Yeah. So, as hard as I can, I'm gonna swing my halberd and see if I can not shatter the blade into my eyes and blind myself.
So as you swing and hit the outcropping, you watch as frozen water begins to condense around your blade, and then it slices into the crystalline outcropping, which seems to violently expand and try to get away from the cold temperature. So much so that the material is parting before your blade touches it, just from the sheer cold.
Oh, this is gonna be scary.
But you do indeed slice through some of it, and he smiles. Ha ha! A success. Very well done.
Awesome. Very nice.
Your halberd now is now blessed with the element of ice.
That would be very useful where I am from.
That's really cool.
Unfortunately, I will admit it's not one of my stronger enchantments, but I did use what I had available, and frankly, this was a test to see if I could do it. And it looks like I can, so I can use these eyeballs. How many did you say you had?
Before this was created, 2,000.
And we've used about let's call it 40. But not very large. So that leaves you with 1,960. I will purchase them all from you.
Okay. Anybody have any complaints to that?
No. Reef?
No.
I know that Niafta had said that she wanted to take some. Do we know how many that she wanted?
Let's keep 100 and call it fair.
Okay.
Very well. I'd call that fair. How's 700 gold pieces sound?
Whoa.
100 gold?
No, 700.
700.
Oh,
You thought 100?
sorry. I have a little bit of water in my ears.
He actually
We
looks...
put it on a fire the other day.
Well,
That's less than 1 gold each. That's like a third of a gold each. That's like 3 silver each.
yes.
You paid 5 gold for the first one to test on.
Yes. Not because I thought it was of that value, but because you brought it here and I was going to damage it. And I like to pay people respectable amounts for damaging their property.
700 is actually a pretty good price.
But this is the only time you've ever seen these before.
True.
Which means they are a commodity.
True. You don't have to take my price. If you have another price that you would like to sell them for, I'm happy to negotiate. However, I will say that You won't find many better prices.
How about 850? That way it's 5 silver each.
Roll a persuasion check
No,
with advantage.
I can't.
Uh,
I would love to. However, I cannot.
roll 20, you bastard.
Still running into issues?
Yep. It
Sometimes
won't
roll
even let
20.
me open them.
Sometimes roll 20 just does not like her for whatever reason.
Yes!
Sometimes. Most of the time. Holy moly.
Well, you know. But with a 14, he. Very well. I'll do 850. How would you like that to be paid? Would you like gemstones? Would you like platinum, gold?
I'm gonna look at I don't even know who I would have to look at on this one. I'm going to look at Valor and which one's shinier?
You're talking shiny?
Yeah.
By all
Yeah,
accounts and
yeah,
purposes, the
mine.
shiniest options would be the platinum, but there's also the gemstones, which are sparkly, and then the gold, which also has about the same shine and gleam as the platinum. So realistically, if you want more usability out of anything, I'd take the gold or the platinum.
That's patentedly untrue. Platinum does not shine. Gold does not shine as brightly as platinum.
That's why I said it has about the same sheen.
That is still
I don't know. I'm not a
patentedly
mineral
untrue.
expert. It all looks the same to me, and currency is currency.
Now that is true.
I look
But-
at the shiny one.
The shiny
Lady
one.
wants money.
Very well. He reaches onto his shoulder where several glowing, slightly glowing and polished crystals are, and he just chink, 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 and begins to pick them off. And then eventually he sets down 3 rubies. Uh, 5, 50. 3 rubies and 2 emeralds. The ruby.
I'll write this in my bio sheet for you, Ron, just so that you have it somewhere.
I will also show off the new party loot.
Can you please update my sheet for my halberd?
I can. I already
Thank
have
you.
done so.
Thank you.
And so for the party loot, I will add in 3 rubies, which are 250 each, and then 2 emeralds, 450 each. Because 250 3 times would be 750, and then plus 100 more for 850. And then I will I'll let Ivy and then anyone else want to volunteer to keep track of the party loot handout.
I can keep track of it,
Okay,
or try to.
there you go.
Just putting this out there. This is not Grimir speaking.
Paging
I
doctor.
do technically have keen mind. So in theory, I would be really good at keeping track of loot. However, I don't suggest Grimir holds on to money. Because I am fully committed to acting his character out.
We've noticed.
So, textbook-wise, he'd be great, but just throwing it out there, don't give him money.
Valor did speak up first, so maybe Valor.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Great.
At any rate,
I'm now the new accountant and the bosun. I am.
that is literally your job as bosun there, Chief.
And you we trust.
In valor we trust.
I don't know about none of that, but you know.
Grimir trusts you.
Grimir, trust me. 5 minutes earlier, I'm gonna back away from valor.
You tried to eat him.
You did talk about making dwarf pancakes.
Yeah.
Can you blame the guy?
I
Today
mean,
has not been a good day. Anyways,
today's just been a day. What the fuck you guys talking about?
Consolation, when you were
Yeah,
threatening to
bro.
fist some random stranger, he was totally okay with you. It's just the dwarf pancakes that set him off.
You tried to teach Grimir what a lie is and failed miserably. Today's been great.
Which I'd like to point out the entire time, Grimir was essentially calling you a liar.
Mr. Reginald,
Yes.
Actually, I didn't think about that. That's hilarious.
what is?
I don't
what
think
is
that's
this?
true. I don't think that's
blue
right.
quartz
I don't think
here?
that's true.
That's so funny.
What is this blue quartz worth to you?
100 gold.
Anything you can do with it in terms of runes?
No, quartz is very difficult for runecraft.
I see.
Plenty I could do with it in terms of, I can sell it to some alchemists. I can, of course, keep it. I can sell it to some artisans to make pretty jewelry with. I could technically grow it into more quartz. There's a lot of things you could do with it. But it's not very good for runecraft, unfortunately. Quartz is difficult to work with. Diamonds, too, for that matter.
I see. Is this thing worth about a sapphire or something close to it?
I mean, sure, I could trade you a sapphire for equal value. Again, the value is consistent. The size would definitely be smaller, though sapphires are worth more money.
But would you be able to work a rune in with sapphire?
Theoretically. What kind of rune are you looking for, my good man?
Lightning.
Oh. You'd want topaz for that, and I'm afraid I don't have any on hand at the moment.
What would sapphire do?
Sapphire is more close to water, so you would get probably cold or acid, if anything. Frankly, I suppose I could try. Though, 100 gold would not be enough to get you an acid rune and the protection from the acid that you would need.
Which one does poison?
That would be emeralds.
Would 100 gold get me the rune for poison?
Certainly.
But not. I don't need to worry about the protection.
Certainly. I could get you poison runes on a weapon, certainly.
Cool. Can you put it on my longsword, please?
I suppose. Give me a few minutes. And he holds his hand out for the quartz.
I give him the quartz. I don't see any real reason to keep it because it seems like I'm not finding anything worthwhile with it.
He switches it out, and as he puts down the quartz, he pulls up a ruby. You notice the ruby is of a smaller size, but he does take his material, his tools, and after 10 more minutes, he does inscribe some poison runes on your weapon. And your weapon can now deal poison damage on top of its base damage.
Excellent.
Though he does look a little winded from doing this, so he's like, I
apologize for the train.
No, that's quite all right. I just haven't speed run runes in a while. I'm a little out of practice, he says as he stretches his shoulders. Normally, take a few hours to make runes, but since you're all standing here, and frankly it feels awkward to have you stare at me for 10 minutes, I couldn't imagine doing this in the proper time.
Well, yeah, we do have places to be. I thank you for your time, and I thank you for your craft.
You must be unwed.
Hey, Bone.
I mean, sure, but what does that have to do with anything? I'm curious. Do you just stare at your husband and your wife? Is that all you do, is just stare at them?
Yes.
Oh. That seems very strange. But then again, if you're an artist, do you paint or sculpt? Because that would make sense.
Out of character.
No, but I'm great with my hands.
Well, yes, but you're not staring when you're doing that. You're observing. There's a difference.
But when you paint or sculpt, you're using your hands.
I
True.
kind of like, I'm wary to kind of like grab Rune's shoulders, but I'm just kind of like, Rune, we have to go.
You watch as Reginald like lifts up an unpolished gem, and he just begins to work his fingers on it, and it begins to take on a shape. And eventually it becomes a bird, and he just sets it down. I know something about being good with one's hands.
Whoa.
He's pretty good with hands.
Indeed.
He smiles as he just slides the bird forward in front of Roan. It's not worth anything, frankly.
I'm gonna take the shinies and start blushing because it's shinies.
Even not in the Humblewood, your Corvumness shows.
She's a fae.
Anyway,
I have done what I have wanted to do, so I am basically speed snaking all the way to the end now. I'm just like, I'm out of here.
he smiles and he waves goodbye as he goes back to polishing. Reeve, one thing you've noticed is that the jacket he's wearing, and the cloak he's wearing, are made of rock.
Whoa.
And,
Not so shiny.
and the crystals that he has on his shoulders are actually like growing out of the objects in question.
Eh?
Yeah, all of
That's
the
really
crystals on his shoulders and his back are like literally attached. They're growing out of him. So if it's him or the cloak, you're not sure.
Can I try to poke it? Like
Yes.
the little child my character is.
And that is exactly what I told you. And you poke it, and it doesn't move.
Whoa.
Indeed. Now run along there, short one.
Okay.
The
Thank
dwarf
you.
calling the siren short.
Do feel free to come back if you find any rocks, reagents, rabble, or runes. And the door closes.
Run. I heard you don't have really any shinies.
I have a shiny now. I'm gonna show him my bird.
What? Well, would you like another shiny?
You have shinies?
I have lots of shinies.
I didn't know you have shinies.
I have lots of shinies.
I'm surrounded by children.
I'm not a
Oh,
child.
yeah, what'd you expect?
I love Grimir. I am not a child.
Grimir, you don't
I'm
understand the
grown.
difference between telling the truth and lying. You are a child.
Again, I don't understand why you can't sleep on the ground.
God fucking damn it!
I don't understand why you can't sleep on the ground.
You can just hear like Valor helping out, turning away, and then slithering towards the end. All throughout the street, people are just hearing this long-winded scream.
Valor, the workshop is that way. We're not staying at the inn.
Turns slightly.
I knew that. Holy shit. That's funny. That's really funny. Uh, that's hilariously funny.
I'm gonna pass out.
I love it. I love it to pieces. All right, fantastic. So anyway, you guys are able to make your way back to Pip's workshop, and as you do, you are able to you're able to arrive back with her, and she kind of looks, well, I hope you all are ready.
Ready as we'll ever be.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, best get some rest, and tomorrow we'll be having the meeting. We'll be expected to arrive there at noon. And then the meeting will begin once the four of us, and of course the Chancellor, arrive, and well, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Well, let's get some sleep and then go and commit various stages of whatever.
War crimes!
War crimes, yes. Wait, Reeve, no.
Let's not commit war crimes. I mean, mind. We only have a couple more days before the Orkana make good on their threat anyway, so frankly, we just need to stop Graf at any cost at this point.
By killing him.
That works for me. It's the fastest way.
Yep.
Well, I wish you all good sleep. And with that, she leaves, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting another fucking phone call. Give me a minute.
Well, while you do that, Reeve grabs one of the scales that are on his neck, and he gives a sharp tug, and one of his little siren scales pops off. There's a bit of blood, but it's okay. And he hands it over to Roan. You got another trinket!
Seeing the blood, I kind of like walk by and poke that spot and lay on hands. Lay on hands as it feels.
It's a shiny.
The siren scales are super shiny.
I have no idea how to make that into an earring for her, but it's gonna happen.
I mean, use a fish hook.
Shut the fuck up.
How would I get the scale to stick to the fish hook?
But
Right.
earrings, you need two.
No. I mean, yes, all the shinies.
I can only do that once a day. It hurts too much.
Well, I mean, I did just heal you, but I imagine the throbbing's still there.
Yeah. I don't lose anything.
I made you throb.
Of course.
What
Anyway,
does that mean?
Bad sucky.
I do apologize, everyone, but I keep getting phone calls, and I do have to actually take this one. So I have put them on hold. So, I would like to thank everyone so very much for tuning in and for watching. We will be back next week, as we are a weekly game now, and hopefully we will have Nyafta and Mako for this epic showdown of epic, awesome, badassitude. Because those are all words.
Which may or may not last 5 minutes.
Also, Sakar37107, thank you so much for joining us. We will get to your list of augmentations as you have volunteered for the experiment rack. And I welcome you.
What?
What? They're volunteering. They're volunteering! Anyway, of course, I could not do this alone without my fantastic cast of characters. We have Master David playing Grimir, our cannoneer.
Yeah, I have a basically 2 foot long flintlock pistol,
It's not a
And
fucking flintlock!
Valor. Oh, it's not a flintlock. Oh, okay, my bad. No, it is a culverin. And Valor can't sleep lying on the ground for some reason because it would upset his god.
I thought it would make them upset Tommy.
We then, of course, have the lovely Mistress Ivy playing Roan, our Wild Seas barbarian.
Remember, if you can give a woman shinies, give her shinies, even if it makes you bleed.
Wow, that's advice. I do not recommend anybody making themselves bleed for anyone.
Reeve just did.
Unless it results in a shiny.
I do not recommend that as the resident chaos doctor. But I also have Master Valor, Master Vex playing Valor, our Discovery Paladin.
I am going to commit parricide in a bit.
Does that make you a party pooper?
And last but certainly not least, we have Master Emil playing Reeve, our Stormcloak.
We forgot the sledgehammer.
Rowan, I like you. You'll be the first to die.
I like you, so you're the first to die. That makes sense. And I, of course, have been your Master of the Seas, Dr. John Wolfenstein. And until the next stream, please do indeed stay healthy, my friends.
Bye-bye.